some people think that, hey, Cenk likes to be proven right or something. No, when I say I hope to God I'm wrong, I really, really, really mean it, right? So there's no joy here. I'm serious, man. Like, my fucking heart is constricting. So, and I don't like to say that because then the right wing gets so happy about it, like, oh yeah, ha ha ha. And God knows what the fuck's going to happen with Trump as president and what kind of damage that they could do, right? But I came in today with all the new polls leading in Hillary Clinton's direction, thinking, oh, thank God I was wrong. Well, by the way, I could still be wrong. I thought Hillary Clinton would win by a tiny margin. I didn't think she was going to lose. And here we are. So the rage in the fucking country is real. When are they going to get it through their fucking heads? But they won't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. No. All my friends in Washington think she's going to win. Now, look, I'm being a dick because, to be fair, polling was indicating she was going to win. I thought she was going to win this morning, right? So the polling is relevant, but this phenomenon that we talked about on the show, which is there's polling and then there are unlikely voters that are not in the polling, right? And some of those, by the way, all of this is super real, right? On both sides. Some of that was Latinos who were not, not polled accurately because they do the polls in English. So the early voting numbers were real, that she did have the advantage in Nevada. In Nevada, we have no idea what's going to happen with Nevada. And in Florida, it looked good in early voting. All that is real. It wasn't a mirage, and she could still win. But it was also real that people want to throw a brick through the establishment window, and the Democrats keep saying, no. Let's go with an establishment candidate. Let's go with Evan Bayh. Let's go with Patrick Murphy. Oh, by the way, they're 6 feet under. They're done. They lost already. They lost miserably because all your stupid corporatists, you know what they're doing? Look, here, I'm with Jimmy. I'm against Jimmy and I'm with Jimmy. I'm going to get to you in a second because we might have Trump as president, and then we'll see if you were right or wrong on whether it made a difference, okay? But the part I'm with Jimmy is now you've turned the Democratic Party into the establishment party. You've got a populist, but not in the Democratic Party. You've got him in the Republican Party. Now, he's a fake populist. I know that, right? But people want a populist. They want a populist. When is it going to get you through your fucking skull? But instead, we've got Evan Bayh, we've got Patrick Murphy, we've got Hillary Clinton. And they were so goddamn convinced that the American people like the status quo. Well, guess what? Newsflash, they don't fucking like it.
Yeah, there's a huge disconnect between the establishment and the electorate. They have no idea what the electorate actually wants. I can't even believe how this is going so far. And this is why I don't obsess about the polls. Yes, they're relevant. Yes, they're interesting to you guys. But I never look at the polls and think, oh, you know what, Hillary has a comfortable lead according to all of these polls put together and analyzed together. It doesn't mean anything, okay?
It means something.
It means something, but it's not the end-all be-all. People get comfortable. I think the establishment gets comfortable. They look at Nate Silver and they think, oh yeah, Nate Silver's got it going on. He knows what he's talking about. But there are issues with the methodology, as Cenk perfectly pointed out right now. You can't get comfortable. I am scared to death right now.
Yeah, and by the way, Nate was more right than the others, and then they mocked him. They mocked him for saying that Trump had a 35% chance of winning 2 days before the election. He lowered that number the day before the election based on polling. I said, hey, and no one criticized Nate Silver more than I did in the primaries. Ben and I got into big fights over Nate Silver in the primaries, okay? But he was right in the general election, okay? In fact, apparently not sounding the bell enough, right? Yeah. And all the cutesy guys in Washington were like, oh, Nate Silver, I do declare. None of my friends agree with Nate Silver.
There was a Politico article was like yesterday was I think it was Politico, forgive me if I'm wrong, forget Nate Silver, the new guru is Sam Wang from the Princeton Election Consortium, who had it at 97%.
Yeah, just because you like that result. So guess who's not the new fucking guru? Sam goddamn Wang. Sorry, Sam Wang. I don't know you from Adam, and it's not your fault, okay? But like, I do declare the guy who we really, he's the one showing us the numbers we like. That's the new guru.
Okay,
no.
let's have a couple.
By the way, as we were talking, 54% chance that Donald Trump wins. They moved while we were talking. It just moved again.
Maybe we should
55% chance Donald Trump is going to win right now. Republicans controlling the Senate. We were told, oh no, Democrats are going to win the Senate. Now 83% likely that the Republicans keep the Senate. Why? Because the Democratic Party is totally fucking incompetent. So they think, oh, okay, I'll fly the corporate flag, I'll fly the establishment flag, and they think that's a winning strategy. I got news for you. You can disagree with Jimmy and Steve and everybody else on who to vote for, a third party or not, but they are right. We've been right at the Young Turks all along. Being the establishment party is a miserable, miserable losing strategy. So
For now, but maybe in 2020.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, early on in our election coverage, Brian Unger was in studio, and he was talking about how this election represents disruption in every way, shape, and form, when it comes to politics, when it comes to the media. And if this doesn't disrupt establishment politicians and make them realize that people hate you so much that they're willing to elect an openly racist bigot like Donald Trump, I don't know if there's any hope for you if you don't get it through your head.
okay, let me put it another way. So why have we been right at the Young Turks, generally speaking, about how much people hate the establishment? Because we're fucking smarter than other people? No, because we can actually look at numbers with a clear eye. So when Congress's approval rating fluctuates between 7 to 13%, so when they get up to 13%, they're like, yes, we're peaking, okay? They get down to 9% on a regular basis. That means the country does not like standard politicians. The country does not like the establishment. And the Democratic Party, in their infinite stupidity, are like, oh, I got it. Congress is despised. To give you a sense, a third of the people in the colonies wanted to stay with King George, wanted to be part of the British Republic. A third weren't sure, only a third wanted to revolt, okay? Yeah. The English king was infinitely more popular than our current Congress, and the Democratic establishment thought, hey, let's keep going in the status quo direction.
Yeah.
And as we go to the break here, New York Times has the chance of Donald Trump winning the presidency at 59%. 59%.
What happened in this country?
We'll be. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more information. I know what you're thinking about the corporate media.
Oh, no, not again.
I hear you, brother. Luckily, there's the Young Turks, and you make it happen. Come join us. tytnetwork.com/join.